We're back with another installment of Bryce Talk. This is your host Cam, and we got Bryce in the building. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Springtime, Easter.
Feeling good.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Feeling good, looking good.
Yeah. Snapbacks.
Hopefully, snapbacks, tattoos. Don't wear that to church tomorrow, though.
No.
Not in the house of the Lord.
What is the Easter fit?
We don't know yet, man. We just gonna wear a nice shirt. We might wear some jeans. Might wear some slacks.
Yeah.
Depend on the weather, how it is outside.
Yeah.
Throw on Chelsea boots.
Yeah.
Got to have a nice watch on.
Yeah.
Jesus piece around your neck.
Yeah.
And that's it. First team all drip.
First team all drip.
That's how we coming through.
Often duplicated. You know the rest.
You know the rest. You gotta. You know the rest.
The episode like isn't really gonna be about anything. It's just about everything.
I'm just talking.
You remember that platform eras? That platform war eras of like the Xbox 360 versus the PS3.
Man, that was a peak gaming time period to be alive, man. We didn't know how good we had it back then.
No,
like as opposed to now, bro. Like games was at its peak, especially like online gaming at that time period. It was at its peak.
Yeah. What were some things you think you'd miss about online gaming from that time period? Because it has its ups and downs.
Just the fact that we could sit down and play them games literally from sun up to sundown with your homeboys, like from all day. With the part, I didn't have Xbox, but they had the party chat thing back in the day. And even on I was a PlayStation dude. You just get online, invite your friends to the game lobby, chop it up, play the game all day.
Yeah, I remember it had me so bad. We were on Newtown. It was maybe 2:00 in the morning. And I was like, man,
missed them days, man.
And I was like, I got some wings. I had some type of wings for some reason, but I was going to warm them up or something. And I said, damn, it's like a 3-minute. You know, them lobbies didn't play like, I think you had like 2 minutes or something like that between the lobbies. And I was like, fuck, it's going to take like 4 minutes. And I was like, damn. So long story short, I had the wings, but I'm over here like having to play.
Trying to play. Well, yeah, that's what your friends are for. They hold you down while you eating.
And
like, y'all hold me down while I eat these wings.
You know, bro. From what I remember though, I think it was a private match. I think they were just being assholes. Because a private match, you can start it.
Yeah, you can set the rules up and stuff how you wanted to.
If I remember correctly, we were playing like some side, like when we were like Michael Myers or something like that. And
I'll run around with them knives.
Yeah. Hey, that shit was crazy.
That was fun, bro. Knife only challenge, whatever it was.
Nah, for real. That shit used to really like, because especially on a map like Nuketown or like a firing range.
Or like firing range or shipment on like Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah,
Shipment.
Man, shipment go crazy.
Shipment go crazy, man. That shit just make me mad though.
Yeah.
Especially when you like actually trying to do good, you got that one person that know all the spawn points. They know all the spawn points. They just spawn killing. That was the worst.
Yeah, I'm niggas too. I ain't gonna. They have on Black Ops. They either do shipment like 24/7 or Nuketown 24/7.
Nuketown, it'd be like Black Ops. It'd be Nuketown 24/7, and then like all the
Oh yeah, that's
all the Infinity War, because you had the Treyarch and then you had Infinity War. Treyarch was all the like World at War, Black Ops, all that. Infinity War was all the Modern Warfare series.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And so like Infinity War, they had the shipment 24/7, and Treyarch they had the Nuketown. And don't forget about Rust, one of the all-time greats too. Rust.
I had somebody.
Yeah, anytime you had beef with somebody, you settle it on Rust, 1v1.
Dang.
Quick scope. Which I never did, but I witnessed it.
That time period was dope though, because a lot of stuff was going on. Snapbacks.
Folks was out here wearing Sperry's with elite socks.
Jerking. Pause.
Jerking.
Damn. What else? Not the Dougie.
That was a little right before the snapback era. Right before. Damn. Elite socks.
Yeah.
Nike elite socks. I was going crazy. You was that dude. You had them elite socks on.
Hollister shirts.
The cargo shorts.
Don't let me forget. Y'all had them, the rosaries.
The rosary as a necklace.
G-Shocks, Adidas, sneakers, shell toes.
KDs. Had them KDs on.
As a fit.
As the fit.
Fit shoe.
The KD shoes. I always gonna have Jordans.
Mm-hmm. Them wicker belts people used to be having
with the cargo shorts.
Yeah, with the.
They had a belt hanging on the side on the leg. Tied the belt up, had the belt hanging down. Snapback on the head.
Talk about it.
Other snapback on the belt loop.
No. Hey.
Two snapbacks on, one on your head, one on your belt loop.
If you want to talk about a real aura merchant,
don't forget them Vans too. I always wore the Elite socks with the Vans.
Off the wall.
I ain't do Sperry, I did Vans.
No, I ain't gonna lie, them Sperry's did it though.
I was an Elite sock with the Vans.
Sometimes you gotta step off on the yacht, man. You gotta step off on the yacht, man, and the patois.
Nah,
it was a smooth little era. You know, damn. You had
that was an era though, bro. That was a gaming period.
Damn, I remember niggas doing the cat daddy. Crazy.
Not the cat daddy.
Skinny jeans.
Cat daddy.
I thought they were at its peak, but they're not.
They not. They was on the come up, and then
you told me in 2009 that
I'll tell you another revolution
weren't at their peak.
Cooking. That's back when we was cooking, Lil B.
Oh my god.
Cooking and what else? What was it? Trying to think. It was another thing we was doing.
You had Soulja Boy like with some shit.
No, that was Lil B. Chief Keef was coming up at that time period.
Dang.
He really changed it. That's where everybody get these music videos from. That drill time.
Oh, yeah.
Drill scene. Chief Keef and them. They started that whole thing.
And then also along with some other popular dances, what other stuff that would you relate to that time period?
Because we was still dug in. Mm-hmm. You said Cat Daddy, that was kind of here and gone. Cooking, Lil B, shout out Bass God.
Stanky Leg?
No, that we left that in middle school. We stopped Stanky Leg in the middle school, but like moving like Bernie.
Okay.
Going out in public.
Yeah, moving
like Bernie.
Damn, I feel like it's one more, and it's not the Dougie. It's like it was before.
No, we was still Dougie, though, like the anything. Beef It Up. Remember Beef It Up?
Don't forget the slits in the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Don't forget the skinny.
The eyebrow slits.
Are the first selfies. Remember them?
The selfies.
Remember, because people used to take the picture in the mirror
with the phone facing for. Oh my god.
Don't forget the squinted eyes.
The duck lips.
Yup.
The middle fingers to the camera.
The mohawks.
Stupid, fruited, crazy swag. The big polo shirts. The Wiz Khalifa bleach patch and the afros.
Let's talk about
the honey badger afro, the honey badger mohawk.
The honey badger. Oh my! He basically coined that bitch.
He coined that mug, bro.
Because it's like
the honey badger mohawk,
bro.
That was the Odell before Odell.
I've seen literally somebody with the bleach spot apart, and I think it was like the Wiz fro. It was like the part, the bleach spot, and it was like the fro, and it was something else, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing this?
Doing so much, and that's when folks was bringing the juice box back too.
Oh man,
the juice.
Oh my
man,
like dropping some clips on them.
The Boosie fade, folks was messing them up, looking like freaking Black Eyed Peas.
Oh yeah, looking like Will.i.am.
For real, man, y'all look terrible. Some of y'all was looking ridiculous.
Who would you say were like bigger R&B artists at that time? With like I guess what
around that time period.
Damn, I guess Chris Brown.
You said Chris Brown. It had to be Chris Brown.
Fuck.
Back
Chris
then.
Brown, Rihanna.
Chris Brown, Rihanna for sure.
Because Rihanna had like What's My Name around that time, like ish, like what, like 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake.
Carrie Hilson, kinda.
Oh yeah,
Carrie Hilson.
I keep rocking.
She yeah.
Turning up a Reebok.
And T-Pain was still on everybody's song.
Facts. I Can't Believe It around that time, or was that like?
That was like 09.
Facts.
Wisconsin. He was up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, he was in Wisconsin.
In a mansion.
Last night, I couldn't even get
Who was that?
That's Keisha Cole.
That was Keisha Cole?
Yeah.
That show, that was her. That was her.
Oh, she had a show. Yeah, facts.
Her mama and them had Frankie and Neffy. Her mama and whoever that was.
Yeah, shout out, bro. I think. Well, I
think her mama had passed though.
Yeah. I was about to, but I don't.
Man, what was up with her with that diaper on stage, man? Keisha Cole, what you had going on?
I don't know. Hey,
come on now.
I don't want to Keisha stand to.
Nah, we want all the smoke, bro. Like, you get your girl, man. She don't know.
Cole or Fantasia?
As far as what?
Who could you listen to the most, like in one sitting?
I mean, what songs did Fantasia have though? Outside of When I See You, I don't really remember too many songs.
I mean, you could listen to that whole on loop for an hour at least. Like just slow it, reverb it.
I probably listen to Keisha just because I recognize more Keisha Cole songs.
Damn, man, you know it's crazy.
But that was like we weren't number kids though. We talking about high school.
Facts. My bad.
We talking about high school days.
Yeah. I feel like it was.
I'm say Kelly Rowland had a nice little run too.
Yeah, Kelly, Carrie,
Beyonce was always going. I think she was on and popping in too.
Yeah, they like occupied like her and Rihanna just kind of had like a lane for so long.
Yeah,
like everybody else.
Her, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and Rihanna around that time period, they was like on top.
They were so big that it really
they was huge. There really wasn't room for no other like female artist.
It was pretty much them and like rap for the most part.
Yeah, them and rap.
Cause you just
think back like around 2012, that time period, like who outside of them three?
Nobody even had the.
I mean, outside of like Miley Cyrus's and them, we talking about like R&B.
But me and somebody were talking about this the other day. This was also around the time when they started featuring like rap artists in pop songs, like the Futures with the Taylor Swift. Future with Miley Cyrus.
Like Juicy J and what's her name? Katy.
Miley.
Dark Horse. Yeah. That song.
Oh,
that song go hard. Yeah, Katy Perry.
Oh yeah. I can make a fire edit to that.
That beat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I ain't trying to get.
Nah, for real.
If you know, you know.
But then you had Not Do My Thing. Yeah, no.
And then that was the same time we had all them stupid dances to the whatchamacallit, Gangnam Style and all that. All them dance crazes,
that's like the.
What's the other one? The fake Harlem Shake.
But I feel like that's the definition of something like just being viral.
That was the viral. That was the viral stuff.
What business did it have like occupying our time? It had LeBron doing it.
I'm saying it had everybody, like the whole Miami Heat team was doing the Harlem Shake.
I remember just thinking.
I remember that.
It was like. Am I lame or am I just not like? Am I missing the plot? It was a beautiful time because I remember
it was funny. It was funny. But then they got old real quick because everybody and their mama started doing it.
Like the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah. For like ALS, I didn't even know what ALS was at the time. I had to like look it up
because like I knew it, but I was also like, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, see, that was the rise of the viral moment stuff.
Oh my gosh, you remember people used to really try to go viral, like World Star? Somebody getting their ass with 10 on 1, World Star.
I'm saying literally somebody about to get offed.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, help the man. But nah, they trying to go viral on World Star.
That was a transition from like MySpace to Facebook era, really. Yeah.
So, cause I wasn't old enough for MySpace.
I wasn't really doing shit on MySpace.
I wasn't old enough.
Like MySpace was like you had like a profile and you could chat because you really couldn't like do anything. Like all you could do is like look at my page, but you couldn't like anything. All you could do was just be like message, I think. And then,
wasn't that like where you can have your theme music on your profile, something like that?
Ask me what my theme music was. That Jay Sean 2012.
Jay Sean, what is that?
We gonna party like it's the end of the world. We gonna party like it's 2012.
Nah, man.
And then I changed it. I switched it up on what he did with Nicki Minaj. No. I'm gonna come back.
I'm gonna have to come back, but
I'm gonna come back to that one. Nah, yeah, I had my little joint. Nah, people used to really go crazy with the Hollister joints.
Like come to think, like we actually had a good, a real great high school time period, bro.
Well, Facebook.
Looking back on it,
I guess / Twitter / Snapchat.
Instagram, Snapchat. It was Instagram, Facebook, and Instagram. When we was in high school, that's what I remember using the most. Facebook, Instagram.
You remember it just used to be like photos on Instagram? Like
literally, that's all it was. Like photo at first, just posting pictures.
And then that was like, it's like a whole
pictures with a little caption. And you couldn't message or nothing on it. You had to download a separate app for like the Instagram message thing.
Did you ever have Kick?
Yeah, I had Kick. Yeah, Kick. That's how we had to do it.
Kick was cool.
You had to ask for the Kick on the picture she done posted 35 weeks ago.
Hey, 35 weeks ago is too real. It's like, bro,
you had to like the picture and be like, hey, what's your Kick?
Instagram was so weak. They'd be like,
and then they'd be so messy back on the old Instagram, such and such like such and such picture, such and such follow such. Oh, yeah. I'm like, man, y'all messy on here.
No, they're like doing a little.
Like, y'all doing too much.
Dang.
And so this back when the like and everything, it'll pop with the orange notification. And Instagram had the actual colors to it.
I started to get on Twitter on this time, but not really. I created Twitter. I never got on it, and I came back.
Back when it was Twitter and not X.
Yeah. Back when
back when it was normal
verification.
Right.
Well, it used to be just Twitter. Now it's just like porn for real. The OnlyFans girls on there. Well, I mean, it's just people just post whatever for real.
Just posting whatever, man. It's, like it's terrible now.
It's Facebook, but like not. I don't even know. Facebook is like TikTok for real. If you really scroll on it.
I'm saying you don't even see half your friends no more on there. It's just a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah, like they're gonna give you more like they probably might put reels.
Just based off you watch one video and it's gonna show you about 15 other stuff based off of what you. It's like who is all these folks?
And you'll see a status update, but like it won't even be like chronological. It'll be like
maybe be all from like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, 6 days. I'm like
March 2nd. It's like isn't it April?
Well, such and such like your picture. Like I posted that John 6 days ago.
It's just all over the place. I remember it used to just be so easy.
So I missed the chronological order. So that's how Instagram and stuff used to be. Everything was like chronological order.
That algorithmics is
the algorithm terrible now.
I guess it's somebody out there that like it. I don't want to knock it, but it's pretty ass.
It's garbage. It's TikTok's fault, low key.
Ooh, the rise of TikTok.
The rise of TikTok.
Like the death of like the attention span. I mean, it was already like shortening for real because of like Vine.
Yeah,
arguably.
And that was another thing we used to back in the day.
Vine, yeah.
World Star, and Vine. All them viral moments, and you had to be funny in them 6 seconds,
bro. Vine.
And I never made a Vine. You never made a TikTok.
Just the thought of doing something in
like 6 videos. Seconds. You had to be funny,
or you got to get your point across quick.
Like quick.
Like 6 seconds.
All you had was 6 seconds to get your point across.
But it was beautiful though because it also showed like. Because you also have to fit a lot of funny in.
A lot of funny in. It made you be creative, more creative,
outside of
and more original.
Prank somebody, or but that's an easy thing to do. But like if it was like a skit comedy or whatever, and it was like 6 seconds.
And it's like we still use all them sound bites to this day. Some of them Vines.
Yeah, we really do. Who would you say like were some of the bigger Vine people?
Some of the Vine people, definitely DC Young Fly.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, him. King Bach, which was not funny at all.
I think he gave me like.
This is some of the ones I remember.
He gave me like Wayans Brothers vibes. I always thought he was a Wayans brother. Cause it was
the one that the Wayans brother that just wasn't.
Yeah, because I feel like he was. I feel like he was funny. I just wasn't getting it. Because it was like if you see.
No, he was like it was trying too hard. Kind of it was like where it came off kind of corny.
Yeah,
like it was kind of corny.
And I remember watching a movie with him. Well, I think it was like Meet the Blacks, and I was like, Yeah,
I ain't watched that movie. I seen the clips. I'm just like,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's just so. He's like if John Legend was a comedian. It's like, I'm pretty sure your material's good. I'm pretty sure you approach your craft good. It's just when you put it on paper, it just gives mayonnaise.
You can't execute the delivery bad.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not spicy. Like, I don't know. It's not. I don't have any seasoning on it.
You can't deliver it. Like, it'd be funny if somebody else was to deliver it. It'd be funny.
He
Put it
would
like
be
that.
funny as hell on Disney.
Yeah.
Or like a Disney show, like the black dude on a Disney show.
And then Vine really, anybody could have been famous on Vine.
Oh, not Jerry. I forgot what his name. It's like Jerry Perk Drink or something like that. But he was like this short black dude. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. It was a few people had Vines, but I think they just weren't bigger, and then like they were more bigger on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like RDC was bigger on YouTube.
I don't even think they had Vine though. I don't remember them on Vine.
I don't think so either, but
It's like, because I wouldn't even own Vine. I usually just see the clips they put on Instagram and stuff like that.
by the time it got to Instagram, I think I was already.
It was like that had made Instagram start to get video. That's when Instagram started to get videos. Like whenever Vine came out and Instagram came out with their little 15-second, you can put videos on there for 15 seconds.
There was a point that
and then they increased the time to a minute.
When they moved that shit to a minute, I just remember that point in my life. I was like, dang, that seems like a big deal.
At the time, back then, yeah, that was a big deal.
And it kind of was for real. Like it was.
Because all you had was 15 seconds on Instagram, 6 seconds on Vine.
It kind of reminded you like of the sleeve jersey era in the NBA.
That was around that time period too. The Christmas jerseys, the Christmas uniforms with the sleeves on them.
Oh, by the way, the Spurs had the weakest one.
What one thing is like camo, some kind of like green camo or something like that.
Yes, but I think somebody else went camo for no.
I think they had like a whole
Raptor?
period that was doing some camo jerseys.
Yeah. Dang, it was some.
They don't even like that was stuff that we didn't appreciate back then though, because they don't do that no more.
Nah,
like the Christmas uniforms.
No, they're not gonna do it. And I think it was partly because it's like once Nike picked up the jersey contract, they just were like, we're not gonna do it anymore.
And like some of them sleeve jerseys was actually pretty fire.
They were pretty fire. I think they just caught some flack because you remember when LeBron tore his, like, because I guess he was like aggravated with his shit,
and tore it up.
But if you remember, like Steph, damn near dropped 40 in them bitches. So.
I'm saying, you remember the playoff uniforms they used to have back, like I remember Miami had the white hot uniforms.
Yeah, because you can make the argument
like the blackout.
Like, the Warriors did great in those uniforms.
Yeah,
and I guess you deal with some of the best shooters of all time. They can shoot in sweatshirts. I guess. I guess with that, like. I guess that makes sense too. I guess.
Like everything's so minimal now. What's up with the courts nowadays, man?
Apparently, they keep the courts like that to keep for like the different. It's just so much more corporate based in the NBA because like they have so many more like brand sponsors in the arena. Apparently, they make the brand logos with like less colors because it's cheaper when you print out. Like when you print it on clothing.
I'm saying it's cheaper, but I mean...
Like the Raptors logo, it had like purple, red,
the white.
Black. Like they look at it like if I put it on a jacket, I really just want it to be like... Because what is it now? Like black and purple and like the back, like a white outline.
I'm saying everything just like one color.
Yeah. And I get it from like a...
business standpoint, yeah, you saving money.
But it's also like...
it ain't...
from the aesthetic.
Like what happened to the aesthetics, man? The aesthetics just fell off.
The All-Star games, like they look pretty much the same. Like they used to kind of be like more themed to the city.
It's a theme to the city and had uniforms.
But the courts are just so like, the whole atmosphere is just like so much more corporate type.
And say, man, like somebody said, the Pixies and took over. Everything all bland.
All the logos are circular.
Logos circular and just the word of the city. Mavs, Heat, Warriors, Grizzlies.
LeBron, Kyrie. Nah, for real.
Celtics. It's just the word, the color. That's it.
The Bulls.
Do they even have a bull on the logo anymore, or is it just the word Bulls?
It hadn't changed because they know better.
I'm saying you got to respect that.
Low key. I guess it helped because you had MJ, but like, I think the Bulls haven't changed their logo since '63 or some shit like that.
You got to leave it how it is. After all that MJ legacy and everything, you got to leave that alone.
It's some people that really sold their logos though. Portland for sure. The Blazers has always been like
the spiral thing.
Yeah. And they always the spiral thing be this big and the Blazers be like that. Like the words are bigger than the logo.
Yeah.
But
like, you already knew, like if you saw that little spiral, you know what team it was.
Exactly. Like if I'm worried, look, I don't need to see Blazers. I just need to see that weekend.
That spiral thing.
You get a spiral thing
like the clip. What was the Clippers?
It was that basketball.
Like a basketball with something around it, something like that with the word Clippers.
Yeah, it was like Clipper. Yeah, yep. Because no jumper. Like they took that.
They just changed that completely.
Yeah, now
even that had some detail to it. Even though it was just the word Clippers with a basketball, it still had some detail.
I think the Grizzlies one used to be fire.
Yeah, they had a whole like bear and everything. Timberwolves were fire too, back then.
The Jazz, you remember? It was like the Mike Bibby type. It was like the Chris Webber type Kings.
The Kings.
That's the thing of Kings.
What is a logo?
Now I think it's just Kings and like. But it used to be like a shield and like two
the shield and the like swords.
Yeah,
or something
like that. Yeah. They weren't like the best, but they had Jason Williams, Chris Webber, and all that. Like those jerseys were actually pretty fire. It was like purple, light gray, black, then like white.
I'll tell you another one, the Hawks with the bird on it.
How you feel about it now?
Not the old school. I'm talking about the one with the actual the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Trash now.
Yeah.
It's just the word Hawks.
Yeah.
Does it even have the old school circle bird on there?
I don't
even think it do.
I don't think so. And if it does, it's not given for real. The 76ers logo, I definitely think I wish they could just stay with like the early 2000s. Like I guess they just don't want to have that era of like the AI-ish, I guess. But I don't know. Like the jerseys just don't look that good to me.
Man, don't none of these jerseys look good, man.
They all look the same.
They all look the same.
They look like you just put a different color. The fonts even like pretty much I think or the number fonts are almost.
What was the Thunder logo? I don't even think I remember that one no more.
I just remember like the mostly blue,
like the blue and orange and white,
light trim, orange, light trim black, light trim like what like was it any white? Like white numbers maybe.
Their home uniform was all white and they had the blue and orange.
Yep. It gave like Gatorade vibes.
Low key.
The Supersonics, oh man.
There was a Supersonic, yeah, back in Seattle.
That's a nice little colorway if you think about it.
That green, yellow, green, and white.
Like that's a fit that. Think about it.
Because they was kind of playing off the Oregon, like Oregon Ducks. Because they all in the same area.
You getting into something. I never really cared for the Knicks type colorway though. For real.
I mean, it was just like a darker whatchamacallit, Thunder, but darker. It's the same colorway, blue and orange.
In very underwhelming teams.
Outside of like Carmelo, they had a solid little team back in 2013. Oh,
Sean,
they had like Jr. Carmelo. I think what Raymond Felton was on the team.
With KP, was he there yet? I don't know if KP was there yet.
No, they said they had Andre Stoudemire. On that team.
Amari Stoudemire.
Amari Stoudemire.
I'm on with you. I think they had.
So they was pretty.
Year after.
That was after.
Because if they did have that year, I think he was like injured or something like that. But
no, that was after the fact.
I think they had Pablo, they had Raymond, they had Sean Jr.
Carmelo.
They had Stoudemire, Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, Tyson Chandler.
Damn, they had Stoudemire too?
Yeah, they had Stoudemire. Damn. I'm still rocking the glasses.
You know that team, I remember
PC, and then Mike,
that team, they were like, they but looking back, I kind of get why it just kind of didn't.
They just could never get past what, first or second round?
Yeah, and looking back though, some teams just kind of sounded better than they really performed for real.
That was one of them.
Yeah,
they was a good team. They was a solid team. They just could never do. Just like the Clippers back then when they had Chris Paul, and Blake Griffin, Lob City, Jamal Crawford,
JJ Redick,
DeAndre Jordan. They could never get past the first round. The Grizzlies, the Grit and Grind Grizzlies. They had like Mike Conley, Zach Randolph.
Yeah.
What's
Tony
that?
Allen?
Tony Allen.
Kurt.
I think Tayshaun Prince was on that team too.
Yeah, the Grizzlies, I always knew what to expect of the Grizzlies. The Clippers, I always just felt like they were projected to go high, but they just never.
They just always,
But look at what they had. They were a team that was constructed to go about as far as they did because they were kind of meant to do decently well in the season and kind of make a scratch in the playoffs.
Provide a challenge in the playoffs.
Because what would have took them over the top is if Jordan or Blake was just like real like post scorers, or one of them was just post scorers. Because you got then that's another 15 or 20 points you can get in the playoff. Because the game slows down a lot in the playoffs, so you can't really just run fast breaks. Like you're just not gonna run fast breaks on team in the playoff like that in the NBA like that. Because teams it's more half court, like you're gonna be running more plays.
Yeah.
If you got like a big that can just really get in the paint and just score,
and just dominate in the paint.
Yeah.
So they was real, like you say, fast break, going up there making all the ooh-ah plays.
And it's like basically they were good in space, but like once the game is like
slowed down,
it's like we got you. I mean, like like you're pretty much cooked because you can't do what y'all are good at. So if you can't do what y'all are good at and don't have a counter, and that's pretty much what like. And CP he wasn't driving.
Like, wasn't Lou Williams on that team, like 6-man? Lou Will, or was he on the Hawks? I'm trying to think because I know they had. I think Jamal. I'm thinking it's one of them 6-men. Jamal.
I don't know who the 3 was.
It might have been JJ on the 3.
I thought he was a 2.
Nah, because Chris Paul was the 1, then Jamal Crawford was 2.
No, I think Jamal.
Well, it might have been the other way around.
I think Jamal was a 6 man. No, they had an actual small 4.
Who was the thing? Yeah, I'm trying to think now. Who was on that team?
Faz blank. I know Tobias Harris was there, but that's not who it was though.
You had Chris Paul, JJ Redick, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin. I don't think they was on the same. They wasn't in the same starting lineup though, was it? Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan.
I think who we're thinking of Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes. Yep. So CP3, JJ Redick, Matt Barnes, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. That's what it was.
I was so stoned. Shout out Matt Barnes.
Shout out Matt Barnes. He was always in LA.
Yeah.
I think Matt Barnes, he was either on Lakers or the Clippers.
Sweet deal. Speaking of sweet deal, have you had any good desserts lately, or have you had any nice, like a sweet treat? You know, treat yourself.
Like Krispy Kreme donuts. I used to bringing them in to work all week.
What like just glaze or
like early in the week we had some regular glaze, and then another patient they bought in some the specialized one with all the Easter themed frosting and stuff on it.
Going crazy.
So I kept it simple, just stuck with the chocolate frosting one. Like glaze with the chocolate frosting.
You know,
whatever it is.
Like, I respect your takes, but that chocolate frosting, I don't know.
I mess with it, bro.
I don't
Either the regular or the one with the sprinkles chocolate. I used to like that as a kid. I don't like it too much now as an adult.
Oh yeah, me
like the chocolate ones.
Man, I had lava cake.
Chocolate with the sprinkles. That's too much. Too much sugar.
I had a lava cake. I bit into it. I said, "Yo, yeah, I'm not gonna finish."
Something out from Domino's.
Yeah, because it was free, or it was, I ain't had it in a while.
And them lava cakes, they be on point now.
But as soon as I bit into it, I said, "Man, yeah, this is growth because I'm cool on this." I had a half of it because it was just so like rich for real.
It'd be too much. You can only eat one of them. And if I was younger, I would probably eat the whole thing, the whole box.
Yeah,
them joints.
3 came in there, and I was definitely thinking like, I don't know who the fuck is gonna eat these.
And say me in high school probably would have tore that whole box up, no problem.
And my stomach wouldn't even be hurt.
I'd be fine. I'd go outside and play basketball.
And
be fine and come back in the crib and play 2K all day, and be just fine. Back in high school,
y'all don't remember the 2K were like
2K13 and 14. Talking about 2K11.
Yeah, y'all remember the 2K?
Man, the grind, boy.
You actually had
11. You had to go through that summer circuit, and if you failed, you go into the G League.
I remember this one dude. It was like a Reddit, and it was like one guy who actually like he actually did really good, and he actually got drafted. But he said it was kind of weird because he got drafted because I guess the system, you're not supposed to really get drafted. You're supposed to go like that G League way or whatever and get like called up. But he got drafted, but he said like it was weird because they didn't let you do the trade request, on that one yet. Like so he just was stuck with the.
I'm out on 11.
Yeah,
I remember all that.
Well, you're supposed to go G League and just like get promoted to.
I remember like the first ever play I created went to the G League, and then I learned how to play the game for real.
Yeah.
Like my second player actually went to the league.
Yeah.
Got drafted. Like it's just depending on how you perform in that summer circuit thing. And then if you I made a point guard, you had to guard John Wall. That was tough.
Hey, what's funny? Like that was like some real final. Like that was real like boss shit. Like you feel like you were really like.
And it's like you think you had to play 3 or 4 games too. And you had to guard John Wall. If you made a point guard, you had to play up against John Wall, rookie John Wall. Every game
with the zigzags.
And you had to
or the zigzags.
Yes. And you had to stop him. But every time you let him score, you losing points.
Yeah.
You losing skill points, and your letter grade dropping.
I was
guarding John Wall with your 60 overall player.
And I wasn't even using.
I'm like, man. I'm saying you playing on what? What was
I think
it wasn't rookie.
I may have been playing on like rookie or pro.
It was like pro, playing on pro, having to guard John Wall.
I don't know. He might have been busting my ass.
Getting cooked.
Hey, if I'm remember correctly, I think I might. No, I don't think I did rookie. I think I was trying to do all pro or something like that, and I just ended up pepper. But he was busting my ass pro. So
tearing you up, boy.
Yeah, I just make it.
We got to the point where the game would be like, do not let John Wall make his next basket. He blow by, hit you with a layup. Like, man, God.
Oh, I was good after he scored me the first time because I'm just like, oh, he scored the first like possession. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like, man, yeah, let me start over.
Yeah, because I already know I'm not gonna make it because he gonna score like 3 more times.
So he gonna score 3, 4 more times.
It was kind of like if I know I can get a stop 2 or 3 times, I can lead these last 3 possessions, and I got him. But him and the fact that you couldn't get a trade request, I think on 10 or 11. I think you could start doing trade requests on 12.
I think it might have been 12.
Yeah.
It was like on 11, you just whatever team you got drafted to, you just stuck.
Yeah, you just, which was kind of like it was cool for the thought of it.
Yeah. Because I got first ever play I made it to the G League. I was playing for like the Mad Ants or something. I don't even remember.
The Mad Ants.
And then the second team I went to Milwaukee. I think Brandon Jennings might have been in the game.
I think so. I feel like he was.
Like that was a team with Brandon Jennings.
Because he had like an 80 overall or like a 79 or something. It was
something like that. I think he was real young on the game.
Yep.
I don't remember who else was on that Bucks team back in 11.
Michael Redd, maybe.
So I don't remember. I just remember Brandon Jennings. Might have been OJ Mayo.
I think so.
Brandon Jennings and OJ Mayo. And somebody, John Salmons.
What do you have for us closing out?
Man, Easter time, spring break time, y'all be safe. Drive safe, be careful out there. If you get pulled over, take your ticket, fight it later, but try to stay out of traffic school. Don't go to this. If you can avoid traffic school, don't get pulled over. That's what I got.
You heard it here first.
Drive safe.
Drive safe.
Drive safe. Be safe. Enjoy your spring breaks.
Don't forget to recycle. If you haven't, like, share it, and subscribe. Please do. Remember, if it ain't right, get rice.